Yes, Assalamualaikum, Sister Asfia.
Walaikum assalam.
I have a question, but it belongs to abnormal sentence. So can we discuss later on, or do you want me to read the ayah?
Sure, let's see the ayah, then we can. First,
Uh,
let me just start the session with the dua, and then you can tell me the ayah.
all right.
نحمده ونصلي على رسوله الكريم أما بعد فأعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي رب زدنا علما آمين يا رب العالمين. Yes, جزاك khair. What's the ayah?
This is with possessive sentences he has. I don't know the number or anything. Ustad just gave this example. للذكر مثل حب الأنثيين. In this,
Okay.
yeah, here there is no mention of only, but has is there. So why? What is the reason behind that?
I think the reason is that when you have lahum and indahu, these two prepositions basically change the very nature of the translation from for them, as we usually would have translated it, and with exclusivity, to possession. And in possession, like we will see, whether the mubtada muakhar is common or proper, exclusivity will be there, but it doesn't need to be specially mentioned.
Okay.
Inshallah, let's do the examples in the book, and
Yeah.
then we can see more about it. And also, I think as we go along, as we study more, we will get a sense of what takes precedence, because while doing the study for these notes, I saw that sometimes you have ikhtisas and ihtimam together, sometimes you have possession and ikhtisas together. So it really is basically just ascertaining what rhetorical points are there. And especially one more thing with the possessive sentences is that they are used simply for their simple meaning. They're not rhetorical. There's nothing balagha, as per the book is saying.
Even
But
if the mubtada is proper.
Even if the mubtada is proper, but of course you are going to acknowledge the exclusivity of the proper mubtada at the end. How we do it, inshallah, the more we study, because of course we've just started, and I've just started this part of the study. I haven't done myself, so this is new for me too. So inshallah, let's see how it goes. And somebody was asking me about an ayah, Surah Yasin, ayah 33, I think. And there was the rearrangement of the mubtada, and the khabar was first, then the MBK, and then the mubtada. So it was a lot of rearrangement, and the mubtada was proper. But in the meanings, it wasn't being reflected. So either it wasn't considered by the translator, or there is something else going on there. We have yet to study.
Okay. So it's basically an in-depth study.
Yes, it's just like, for example, when we studied Mawsuf Sifa, we studied the fragments first, and harf of jar and majroor. But now we know that harf of jar can be used in so many ways. So basically, there are layers of studying. So we've just started studying all of these ikhtisas, ihtimam, but there are many, many layers. There are many, many things that can be taken from them. And there are many reasons behind, inshallah, that we will study. So we've just started. So I think we have a long way to go in that sense. Well, yeah. So, okay. So, day 38, I think we will never forget day 38 because we started abnormal sentences structure there, and it got a little away from us as general. So inshallah, I've tried to simplify it as far as possible, but of course some concepts we just need to take as is, and inshallah, the more we do them, the more we'll be able to see these patterns in the Quran as well. So inshallah, let's just dive into it. First of all, what is an abnormal sentence? So abnormal sentences are sentences which are arranged not in the normal way. So whenever we study a new concept while learning a language, in this case Arabic, we learn its fundamental rules, its parts, and how it is used in expressing oneself. So first we delve into how normally everything is said, how normally everything is put into a sentence or into a fragment, or how words go with one another the normal way, so that we have a grammatical basis for the language. But of course, language is not strictly grammar. Grammar is a very, I think, small part of language, because language is a living, breathing thing, just like a human being. And as humans, we don't stick to rules all the time. So does language. And the Quran also shows this, when Allah addresses us and He shows us our own selves in what He is telling us. And many points are many grammatical points are then changed, and you're left wondering why that change is. So now we are starting to get behind the reasons of these changes, of this departure from the normal way that we were studying till now. So when we have learned the normal way a sentence should be formulated in Arabic, we find a great number of rhetorical tools used to not only grab attention, but to relay a very deep meaning and emotion. So similarly, if something is normally said to you without emotion, there is no impact. And suddenly someone says something so out of the blue that you are just left reeling to try to comprehend why that happened, what happened, and how did that affect you. So all of these things are basically accomplished by Allah in the Quran by a few rules, a few tools that are used, and we are going to study those tools one by one. So there are many things that make a normal sentence into an abnormal one. In this study, we will see many different tools at play to convey guidance, not just on the level of words, but also to make us think deeper and sink into the ocean that the Quran is, to get the pearls of wisdom and guidance from Allah and within. Because we are not only told to believe in the Quran, we are not only told to recite it, we are told to ponder on it. يَتَدَبَّرُونَ, tadabbur, right? Deep pondering inside the Quran. And these abnormal sentences, they are doors to great many pearls of wisdom that we would not have gotten if those abnormal sentences were not there. So the first tool used to form an abnormal sentence, and the one that we have become very closely knowledgeable about these days, is taqdeem and ta'khir. Now, what taqdeem and ta'khir means is to rearrange the sentence. What came before is delayed, and what comes after is brought forward. And this rearrangement of the parts of the sentence is done to grab attention and point towards the pearls of wisdom present in every word and sentence in the Quran. So the basic concept behind abnormal sentences is that Allah wants us to ponder, why did He not say it in the normal way? And that point of pondering will be the starting of a whole new world of meaning and understanding. So at-taqdeem and ta'khir, this is how taqdeem and ta'khir is written in Arabic. These are the Arabic terms. So as we have been learning that a sentence has a certain sequence where one part comes first followed by the other. So in a jumla ismiya, because in sentences we have done two types of sentences, jumla ismiya and jumla failure. And jumla ismiya, the natural normal order of the components in jumla ismiya are as follows: mubtada, khabar, MBK. This is the natural order. If a sentence is coming in this order, there is nothing abnormal about it. You will not find ikhtisas, you will not find any special meaning other than what is clearly there. You will not find ihtimam, right? You will not find emphasis, tawqeed, all of the tools, ta'ajjub that we did in this chapter. Ta'ajjub, although Ustad only did one example, and I couldn't find that example to add to the notes. So inshallah, if anyone has Tajub notes, please forward them to the group so everyone can get them. But he only did one ayah, and Tajub is also a whole topic. So inshallah, we'll be doing it in more detail soon. So anything that you want to ask till now? I think somebody's video is on. Okay. Any questions till now?
No.
No, sisters.
Okay. So this is basically an introduction. And now we are starting with Jumla Ismiya. There's a small portion of Jumla Failure because in chapter 6 and 7, while going through them, I could only find a few examples of abnormal sentences and how sentences, Jumla Failure are used. But there are some, so I added them to the notes. But our primary focus will be Jumla Ismiya because that is the larger part of the chapter we study. So there are certain templates, there are certain ways a sentence comes, a Jumla Ismiya comes that is normal, right? We won't have any of the tools, ikhtisas and all of that in them. They are simply Jumla Ismiyas and they come in this way. So as we said that the normal order of Jumla Ismiya is that the Mubtada is proper, usually, and it is the first rafa in the sentence, it comes first. Then the khabar is usually common, but because of some special reasons, it also comes as proper, and that gives it an abnormal meaning. Then MBK Mutale bil Khabar comes in the last spot. So this is basically the normal and the usual way a Jumla Ismiya comes. So here you have Inna Salataka, indeed your prayers, Sakanun are a relief, Lahum, for you. Salataka, sorry, it's singular. So your prayer is a relief for you. So here Inna Salataka is your Mubtada, and which is proper because Salata is mudaf and ka is mudaf ilay, kaf. Ka is attached pronoun which is proper, and because ka is proper, then the mudaf will be considered as proper. So the mubtada is coming in the beginning and it is proper. Sakanun, the next rafa is common, and sakanun is giving you information about salat, so that's why we take this as khabar. And lahum is your MBK. So this is the normal way a Jumla Ismiya comes. So here you have certainly a little emphasis because of the inna. That is not because of the rearrangement of the sentence, it is because of the inna there. Other templates are, as we said when we did Jumla Ismiya, that mubtada is the essential part. Without a mubtada, you cannot have a Jumla Ismiya. But with mubtada, you can have khabar and MBK both. That is normal Jumla Ismiya. Mubtada coming first, then khabar. That is normal Jumla Ismiya. Mubtada coming first and then MBK. That is also normal Jumla Ismiya. We've done all of these types of sentences in our Jumla Ismiya practice. Right? Any questions till now?
Yeah, excuse me. Do you know salataka?
Mm-hmm.
Because it's an attached pronoun, wouldn't that be maf'ul bihi?
That would have been a maf'ul bihi if salata was a fail.
If there was a fail before it, you mean? If it was a jumla failure?
Then it would have been a jumla failure, yes. When a fail is attached to an attached pronoun, then that attached pronoun becomes maf'ul bihi. Here, salata is not a fail. And why is it not a fail? Because inna is making it nasab. So inna can only make isms nasab.
Okay, understood. Thank you.
No problem at all. Okay. The second template that we did, and which is rearranged, it is not normal arrangement as far as we have done. But even when the sentence, when a Jumla Ismiya comes in this way, it will still be a normal Jumla Ismiya. And what that is that MBK Muqaddam, your Muta'alliq bil Khabar, will come before Mubtada. Mubtada will come after. But in this case, Mubtada will be common. So if you have a Muta'alliq bil Khabar in coming first, followed by a common Mubtada, then it's a normal sentence. You don't have to look for ikhtisas or any other special reason or special rule. So here, fi qulubihim maradun, right? There is a sickness in their heart. So although it is a there is sentence which we will discuss later on, but there is no special meaning in it. Because why? Fi qulubihim is your harf of jar fragment, which will be the mutaliq bil khabar, muqaddam. And then your mubtada maradun is your mubtada, but it is nakira, right? So if you have a common mubtada coming after an MBK, then it is normal.
Sisters, can you please mute your mic?
I'm sorry, I was muting all and I muted you too. Jazakallah khair. You can unmute yourself if you do not have any background noise. Jazakallah khair. Okay. Is this point understood?
Yes. Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah. So even if there is rearranging, it is still a normal template, a normal word, a normal arrangement for a Jumla Ismiya. So just because there is rearrangement does not necessarily mean there's exclusivity or there's ihtimam or there's emphasis or tajub, all of those things. It just means that this is also a way the Arabs use to speak normally. So now, after studying the chapter, you have only two normal ways a Jumla Ismiya comes. As the first way that we did, and we have studied this till now with Mubtada and Khabar and MBK, or Mubtada with Khabar or Mubtada with MBK, that is normal. And the second normal template is that although there is rearrangement, but there is Mubtada is coming later, and that is common. So if the Mubtada is common, it has to come later. That's why it's normal. Because only Mubtada can come first when it is in the proper status, the proper type. So if it is proper, then it will come in the beginning of the sentence. And if it is common, then it will go to the last word.
Proper means if it's an alif lam or it's a proper noun.
Yes, if it is proper in the sense that it is in a fragment. If it's a mudaf mudafile, then your mudafile is proper, so that will be proper. So then you will have ikhtisas, you will have special rhetorical meanings in it, as we will study later on.
Okay.
So the only two templates for Jumla Ismiya are normal, these two. If you see any other template, then it is not normal, it is an abnormal sentence. And the first of the abnormal sentences, the meanings that we get is ikhtisas. Ikhtisas is from khas, right? Special. But ikhtisas also means exclusivity. And I have bungled up the spelling of exclusivity. I apologize. Then special meanings are indicated with certain sentence structures where taqdeem and ta'khir is applied. Now here you will find a rearrangement of the parts of the Jumla Ismiya, but this rearrangement will result in exclusivity. And what are the templates that we find that make the meaning exclusive? So number one is wa ilallahil masir. Now here you see, if we do the analysis, yes, anyone asking? Okay, so this is your harf of ataf, and because there's nothing before it, so we won't consider it right now. Ila is your, what is it?
Harf of jar.
Yes, harf of jar. And what is this?
Majroor.
Ism majroor.
Exactly. So here it is your harf of jar fragment. It is MBK, exactly. And it is coming.
Muqaddam.
Exactly. So that's your first condition. Now, up till this point, it is similar to the normal way a sentence comes when the mubtada is later on and it's common. But here you see al-masir.
Mubtada.
Right. So you have al-masiru here. It is the first rafa. It is a topic. So this is your mubtada.
Muakhar.
Exactly. But what is special about this mubtada muakhar?
It's proper.
Exactly. Now, if you see the above example, fi qulubihim maradun. Here the mubtada was common. And here you have the mubtada proper. And that is the difference between the normal template of Jumla Ismiya and then the exclusive template for Jumla Ismiya. So if you are reading an ayah and it starts off, or a part of an ayah, that starts off with a harf of jar fragment, followed by an rafa ism that gives you the topic, but is proper, then you will immediately think of that this rearrangement is abnormal and there is an exclusive meaning here. Now, how to ascertain, how to insert that alone and exclusive meaning, that we will inshallah study as we go along. So at this point, is this clear?
Yes, sister.
Yes, alhamdulillah.
So the first template that signals the exclusivity in the meaning is that the MBK is muqaddam and that it comes first and followed by a proper mubtada. So another example of this is lahu mulku samawati wal ardi. So lahu, for him, mulku samawati, the kingdom of the heavens, wal ardi, and the earth. So now if we translate it literally, lahu, for him, mulku samawati wal ardi, the kingdom of the heavens and the earth. That would have been a correct translation before we studied the abnormal structure. But now, because we know that here lahu is your
MBK.
MBK muqaddam, so that is the first condition, right?
Yes.
And the second condition is that you have a mubtada. Now we are not going to go into the chain because we've done all that. So we're just going to go as-samawati and al-ardi are proper. So that's why mulku is proper.
Okay.
And it is an ism in rafa. First ism in rafa. So it is
Mubtada.
mubtada muakhar. Proper. So these are the two conditions that you need for exclusivity. Now here, when we translate this now, it will be that for him alone. So now you insert this alone because of the way the sentence is structured. And that's why while reading the ayahs, we should be very carefully observing the way that the arrangement is being done. Because in those differences in arrangement lies a world of meaning. Inshallah, we will be able to get to when we study more. So this part is clear for everyone?
Yes.
Yes.
And what you can do, a little exercise, and that in your notes or anywhere on a paper, you can make 3 columns: normal, exclusive, and special meanings.
And what would we put in
the
each
normal
column?
template? In the normal template, you will put in this one, these ones, the normal Jumla Ismiya templates that we've been doing, and this one. These 2 templates will come in the normal category. And then in the exclusive, you have this template and one more template. There are 2 templates in exclusive only. So although
So in exclusive, we would put
MBK
متعلق بالخبر مقدم
yes,
plus plus مبتدا proper.
yes. And you see these equations that are here? For me, this is a way of remembering the templates. So if I go to the ayah, I might lose a word or something. But with these plus minus equations, it's easier to just retain it. So under the normal, you can write in Jumla Ismiya. First write a heading of Jumla Ismiya. Under it, make 3 columns. So first is normal, then it's exclusive, and then it's special meaning.
Okay, thank you for the...
No problem at all. Okay, so the first template for ikhtisas will be your MBK Muqaddam with the Mubtada Muakhar, that is proper. That is your first template for exclusivity. And the second template for exclusivity is here. Now let's solve this like we solve all the other sentences, although I've given the solution, but I want to do it in a way that you will understand. So Laysa we did yesterday. What is this?
Fail naqis.
Yes. Fail naqis. What version of fail naqis is this?
Past tense.
So is there a possibility of an outside ism?
Yes.
Yes.
Is there an outside ism?
Yes.
It has to be Rafa.
Kashifatun.
Exactly. So your ism of Laysa is Kashifatun. And when we say this ism of Laysa, what do we really mean? It is
Mubtada. So it will be muakhar in this side. Yeah.
right?
Mubtada muakhar.
Because the ism is Kashifa.
Yeah.
Although Laysa is coming at the beginning, but the ism is later on.
Correct.
So this is Mubtada Muakhar.
And
Now,
it's common.
it is common. Exactly. It is common. Why? Because it is coming later on. That is the normal way, right?
Yeah.
Like we did with the sentence. Yes. Let's do another. Laha shirbun. We will do this in the other topic as well. So, laha shirbun. You have mubtada, muakhar, nakira. Right?
Yeah.
So, both the mubtadas in both the situations are similar. Mubtada, muakhar, and common. Now, over here, you have 1 MBK. Laha. How many MBKs do you have here? 2. First one is laha.
right?
Two you have. Yeah, and min duni.
Min duni.
Exactly. So you have two buckets, two mubtadas. So two MBKs. So MBK1 and MBK2. Here you have only one MBK. So if you have one MBK coming before a common mubtada muakhar, then that will be normal. But if you have more than one mubtada, more than one MBKs before a common mubtada, then it will push it towards exclusivity.
Exclusively.
So this what is is your the meaning? Sorry? What is the meaning of laha shirbun? She has a right to drink. And how do we know that in there laha means she has? Laha does not mean she has. So shirbun. Sorry, laha means she has. I'm sorry. Yes. So how do we know that it means she has? I'm getting because I'm here and you're going to our next topic. So okay, we'll do that when we go to the next topic, inshallah. Don't worry. Then let's continue. Yeah, we will do this. We will do this. Don't worry. We're not leaving anything behind, inshallah. Okay, inshallah. Inshallah. Okay.
So without even Lisa, even there is no Lisa. Suppose there is no Lisa in the sentence, and there are two mubtada, MBKs in the sentence, muqaddam. Then also we'll have, and we have a common
mubtada muakhar. Yes.
Yeah. So we'll have exclusivity then also, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So this is the template. So let me just clear all of this and I'll write it down. So you have MBK1 plus, I should have written this down as an equation, but okay, you can do it now. MBK1 plus MBK2 plus mubtada common. Muakhar common. Muakhar. It has to be muakhar. Common. This is your second template for exclusivity. In the three templates that you told us that in Jumla Ismiya would be normal, like Mubtada, Khabar, and Muta'alliq bil Khabar, or Mubtada and Khabar, or Mubtada and Muta'alliq bil Khabar. In those three templates, the Mubtada would always be proper, right? Yes. Okay.
Here, basically, the number of MBK decides the exclusivity, right?
Yes.
Okay.
If you have only one, then it's normal. If you have more than one, then it's exclusive. That's why the meaning is none besides Allah can avert it. So this none here is pointing towards your exclusivity.
Right.
Is the la here la of emphasis, or it's the harf of jar?
No. It's an harf of jar. That's why we are saying that this is an MBK. And because laha. Now, if you break it, whenever
so we cannot
you
hear
don't...
this. If
Sorry?
Oh, sorry.
No, please ask.
No, I can hear. Sorry.
Okay.
Now I can hear.
Okay. So, if you have ever some doubt in a word, break it, right? So, let's break it. This is la and this is ha, right? Now, if this was a lam of emphasis, it does not affect the ism coming after it. So, the ism can be and is usually rafa. Is ha a rafa pronoun?
No.
No, that's not.
It is an attached pronoun. And attached pronouns can either be nasab
Or jar.
or jar.
In this case, it is.
So either it is nasab or jar. So lam is a reason for being jar as a harf of jar. but you don't have any reason for it being nasab or rafa for that matter. So that's why if it would have been lahiya, here you have lam of emphasis because hiya is a rafa pronoun.
Lahum.
Yeah, like lahum. Although lahum usually doesn't come in that sense, but this is, at least with this, you know that it is a harf of jar fragment.
In lahum, it could be a lam of emphasis depending on context, right?
Exactly. Then we have to decide what is the meaning. If, for instance, because if it's a harf of jar, then the meaning is for. So if that meaning fits into the ayah that you are translating, then it will be a harf of jar. Otherwise, it would be a lam of emphasis.
Jazakallah.
Why, yeah. Okay. So now, after studying it so much, it boils down to only these two templates. If you see these two templates, that is when you will even consider exclusivity. Otherwise, you will leave it alone. What are those again? Those two are, number one is that you have an MBK muqaddam and the mubtada muakhar is proper. Number two is
more than one.
Two or
more
more
than one.
will
Yes,
cover.
more than one MBKs followed by a common mubtada.
What is the meaning of laysa? Isn't it? Is laysa means it's not, right?
Yes.
And in this sentence, what would it mean? Like
the literal meaning is laysa kashifatun. It cannot or it is not averted laha from it min dunillahi apart from Allah. So no one can open it or avert it or free you from it except Allah.
okay.
So because as we will see in the possessive sentences, there is a literal translation and then there's a running translation. So literal translation takes into account each and every word and translates it, not taking into account whether it's sounding okay or not.
Right, I understand.
And this translation that we usually have in our hands in different translations is a running translation. So it's not a literal word by word translation. So that's why it becomes difficult for us to see how we got from this ayah to this meaning. So the more vocabulary we will know, the more the templates we will know, the more we will be able to translate it properly.
Inshallah.
We have a situation where...
Sorry?
Can we have a situation where you have two MBKs and a mubtada that is muakkar but proper?
If the mubtada muakhar is proper, then it will be exclusive no matter what.
It will be what?
If the mubtada muakhar is proper, then it is coming under this category. It is still exclusive.
Yeah, but with two MBKs too.
Yes. You see, the first condition is that if the mubtada muakhar is proper. So we are not looking at anything else. We are looking at that the mubtada is coming later on, but it is proper. So that is your exclusivity. The second is that if you find, because we've already discussed that a common mubtada coming later is normal. But if it has more than one MBKs, then we will consider exclusively.
Okay.
And if it would be like a khabar, muqaddam, and then the mubtada proper, it would also give special meaning, right?
Yeah, okay.
Yes. But that would be with exclusivity as well, because the mubtada is muakkar and proper.
Okay, inshallah.
Okay.
So inshallah, we will see these templates. The more we will study, the more combinations we'll see, and we'll be able to see again with the what if we are not being able to see it right now. So inshallah, when we see it, so just keep in your mind that mubtada muakhar proper is exclusivity, and mubtada muakhar common is only exclusive when there are more than one MBKs before it. And that is your exclusivity in a nutshell.
So is this okay to translate this sentence just to keep mubtada before in mind, like aversion or healing is not except from Allah.
Yes.
Okay.
And this is what happened in Laysal Birra, remember?
Yes.
So that's why we need to be really careful about the mubtadas and the khabars, where are they and how they are being translated. Any further questions in this exclusivity? So your first column with the normal had two templates, more than two templates basically. These four, the pink highlighted ones. And then you had two in the exclusivity column with the MBK Muqaddam, Mubtada Muakhar proper, and the two MBKs and Mubtada Muakhar common.
Yes.
Okay.
And you told me that if it was the khabar muqaddam, it would, and the mubtada would be proper, it would still be his special meaning, right?
Yes, because khabar is usually common. So if it's coming in, even in a normal sentence, if your khabar is proper, then there will be special meaning.
It doesn't matter if it's first or second or third.
Yes.
If it's proper, it will have special meaning.
If khabar is proper, yes.
Okay.
So any questions till now other than the ones being asked? Is anything confusing till now?
No.
I think we are okay.
Okay. So the next topic that we have, and that results in taqdeem and ta'khir, the rearrangement of the sentence, is ihtimam and tawqeed. Now in exclusivity, we add the meaning of only, alone, exclusively in the meaning of the ayah. But here in ihtimam and tawqeed, we are not putting alone, only, exclusively in the meaning. It is just, what about if mubtada is common? Where mubtada is common? Here, ihtimam and, oh, you're saying about the khabar. If the khabar is proper and the mubtada is common. Can you explain your question, Ghazala? Because if the mubtada is common, it is coming later on. And it will be a common, a normal sentence. But if the mubtada is common and coming later on with more than one MBKs, then it will be exclusive. Does that answer your question, Ghazala?
Wouldn't the khabar be proper anyways because it has to be rafa?
No, rafa and proper are two different properties. Khabar is not always proper. It can be common too.
Okay.
Being rafa does not necessitate for it to be proper. Because you see here, like for example, in this.
Yes, agree. Thank you.
No problem at all. Okay, so another way taqdeem and ta'khir creates
Sister Rasmi, I have a question.
Yes.
Suppose in the normal Jumla Ismiya, if we have the cover as a proper, then in that case, will it be again comes under
special meaning?
special meaning?
No, no, special meaning.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Thank you.
No problem.
Khabar is usually common, so whenever it's proper, it has special meaning, right?
Yes. Yes. Exactly.
Can you just say all the combinations once again, like, when it will be proper and when it will be normal, once again, just in one line? I mean, I know it, but I just want to reiterate the fact. Yeah.
Sure. So, if I'm getting what you're asking correctly, then your mubtada normal is proper and rafa. It can be proper and nasab as well, but when it is coming first in the sentence, then khabar is rafa or nasab, proper or common. These are the combinations that can come. MBK, of course, has no status because it is a harf of jar fragment or a special mudaf fragment. So, in a normal sentence, your mubtada here, all three mubtadas here will be proper because they are coming first. Khabar can be either proper or common. That does not make it exclusive. It just adds a special meaning. Then here, MBK muqaddam, mubtada muakhar, common. This is normal too. And always remember, if you don't see a khabar, don't think that it does not exist.
Mazuf, it is implied.
Mazuf. Yes. We will consider it mahzuf. But and how to ascertain what it will be, that it will be according to what is going on in the ayah and about under the umbrella of the commentary by the Sahaba and the Tabi'in and all the authentic commentaries. So all of that knowledge will help us to see the possibilities in the khabar that might be there that can fit that ayah. So khabar will always be there, but not always visible. Okay, in ikhtisas, over here you have MBK muqaddam, there is no status here. And the mubtada muakhar is proper. And if you have a khabar common, then of course there is no special meaning. But if you have a khabar proper here, that special meaning will be added on to the exclusivity then. Is this point clear?
Yes, so
Yes,
there would be two
alhamdulillah.
things going on. There would be
Then,
exclusivity plus special meaning.
Yes, exactly. So these are combinations, and these combinations will give special meaning to the ayah, deeper meaning to the ayah that we could have had known if we didn't know these. Here, even here, if you have two MBKs, your mubtada is common. And then if you have a khabar common as well, then of course there is no special meaning. But here, if you have a khabar proper as well, then exclusivity and special meaning will go together.
Got it.
Okay, so you just keep on adding special as different things are added on. So all clear at this point, to this point?
Yes, examples. We can take examples now.
Yeah. So let's just go through the templates and then inshallah we'll do the examples. And although I don't have the Quranic examples added to these notes as yet, but we will do one of the drills if we have time, inshallah. So that we can have a practical of these notes as well. Okay, then in ihtimam, yes.
Sister Asfa, sorry, can I ask about one ayah over here?
Sure.
وَأُولَٰئِكَ لَهُمْ عَذَابٌ عَظِيمٌ.
Okay.
So I'm sorry, I'm just saying in the middle. I don't know whether.
No problem at all. No problem at all. This
أُولَٰئِكَ لَهُمْ عَذَابٌ عَظِيمٌ, because there was a discussion going on this thing,
أُولَٰئِكَ لَهُمْ
عَذَابٌ عَظِيمٌ. وَأُولَٰئِكَ لَهُمْ عَذَابٌ عَظِيمٌ.
عَذَابٌ عَظِيمٌ.
عَظِيمٌ, yeah. Jazakallah khair.
Oh, I remember. I see. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. What is your question first?
Question was there was some discussion going on whether there is exclusivity or the speciality over here or not, and how we're gonna label the mubtada and the khabar, the parentheses, whether we're gonna take ulaika as something like that. If you could discuss it.
Yes, it was actually. Sorry, there's a wow over here. Yes, it was actually how to grammatically analyze this sentence, because that is why it is very important to note that there are always more than one ways of grammatically analyzing an ayah. And the more, inshallah, you will study, and then you will start studying the Arabic grammatical analysis books, you will see that there are many opinions. One ayah is done and explained differently than by another scholar. He has done the grammatical analysis completely different. And there are difference of opinions within the grammarians. Like we have schools of thoughts in fiqh and all of that. Those are very famous. But there are schools of thoughts in Arabic grammar as well. So they take different concepts differently. So here what happened was that because the ayah was وَأُولَٰئِكَ لَهُمْ عَذَابٌ عَظِيمٌ. So here you, of course, we take the ism ishara as the mubtada.
Mubtada, okay. Yeah.
Because the invisible is 5 reasons that we did.
Yeah, it's proper.
So, exactly. Then you have the MBK.
Muqaddam, right? Yeah.
Right? And then, because this is Rafa and common, right? And it is telling you about Ulaika. No, it isn't actually telling you about Ulaika.
No, Ulaika is, yeah.
Exactly.
Those are...
It's for those, for them.
Mausuf Sifa.
So it is explaining the,
Yeah, so Azabun Azimun.
Yeah, it is telling you about...
Connected with lahum, right?
Yeah, lahum se connected.
Why is it another mubtada? I think it's a khabar.
But then khabar should be giving you information
about the mubtada.
Yeah, but isn't that telling you that those are the people that will have a great adab?
Isn't it like this? The sentence we did, Wallahu indahu ilmul ghaibi ilmu saati.
Ilmu saati, yeah. And ilmu saati is not giving any information about Allah.
So that is mudaf mudafilay, right?
I think in this one at the top, it is. Are you sure that it is not information?
The topic is azab, right? So
yes,
that the topic is about azab, and the azab is for those people.
Let me just check it in the Arab book. Just a second.
I think what I see here is that they are talking about this kind of people, and they are telling you this kind of people are going to receive an azab. So azab would be the information for that kind of people. In the other one, Wallahu indahu ilmu sa'a is like, and Allah.
Azabun alim means great punishment, right?
Right. They will.
For them, it's a punishment. So it is information about them, like what is going to happen to them.
It's a Mawsuf Sifa, yes.
Yeah.
And
so it will be connected. No, Mubtada, I think so.
Yeah?
Let's see. Is the statement complete or does it carry on somewhere? I mean, is there something missing part in the sentence?
Surah Al Imran, Ayah 105, and it is the ending of the Ayah.
Yes, Al Imran 105.
So it's a continuation, it's a part of the Ayah.
Okay, let me check. They have given it as وَأُولَٰئِكَ is your isme ishara mubtada. وَلَهُمْ jar majur مُتَعَلِّقَانِ بِمَحْذُوفِ خَبَرٍ مُقَدَّرٍ. This is your MBK. And عَذَابٌ is mubtada muakhar. And عَظِيمٌ is its sifa.
Mawsuf sifa, so both will be considered as one.
Exactly.
Why is it mubtada?
Wait. And because it is actually not giving you information about the people, it is giving you information about the
home, yeah,
where they will be and what is for them. It is not giving you any information about the people themselves.
Oh, okay.
Sister, can we take this lahum azabun azim as a separate sentence?
Yes.
You know, okay. And then it would be fine. Then we will take lahum as an mutalik bil khabar and mubtada, azabun azim as mubtada. Can we take this like this?
Yes. Because this is not khabar. You cannot have this mubtada, MBK and mubtada. You can, but it will be a different sort of sentence. You have two mubtadas. So this will be your mubtada 1.
Yep.
This will be your MBK muqaddam. This will be your mubtada 2.
Okay.
So in this way, it is a jumla ismiya as well. But there is another way of doing it.
What will be the musharun ilay then?
There is no musharun ilay because there is no
musharun. Yeah.
Can you read the meaning? I mean, can you translate the sentence?
Sure.
Please.
What is the other way of doing it?
I'm telling you the other way. I'm just going to the meanings. And those will have a great punishment. Or they have, remember the have sentences? Lahum. This is that one. So they have a great punishment. Or they will have a great punishment.
Great punishment.
Okay. Another way of doing this is, let me just erase this and write the first way that we did it. And the first way we did it is, this is your mubtada 1. This is your MBK muqaddam. This is your mubtada. Sorry. This is your mubtada muakhar 2. This is your second mubtada. Right? This will also give you a jumla ismiya.
And sister, we can say that there is khabar mahzoof here. We can say this like that. Is it like that?
If it is not mentioned,
okay,
yes.
It means okay. All right.
No,
okay.
Yes, it is. There is a way in Arabic to mention this, but we haven't done it yet.
Oh, right. All right.
So that's why I'm not mentioning it. But you're correct. It will be said that the mutaliq bil khabar here is for a khabar that is mahzoof.
All right. Okay.
That's the way the grammarians write it in Arabic.
Okay.
Okay. Then another way.
How do we know that this lahum is a jar majroor and not a lam of emphasis?
Okay. So ulaika, those are the ones, surely for them alone, azabun azimun, a great punishment. So here this would have been then la plus home, and then we will take this as emphasis and this as a rafa, independent pronoun. That is a possibility, but here lahum is taken as jar majroor by all the grammarians. Now, how to ascertain it apart from this, I do not know right now. Let me just check this with another book.
Okay, yeah, perfect.
This is also, another book is also calling it jar majroor. Another book is...
If we take it as an emphasis, so what will it emphasize? Whom?
Sure. So I think it'll throw the translation a little off. It will probably say, surely they, those are the people, surely they, azabun
are great.
azim. So,
are great.
So that's why we have to.
Are yeah. And it will be
they are,
surely,
they
are great punishment. Well, they
will. So basically that will not really make so much sense.
Yeah, doesn't make sense. Yeah.
Exactly. Thank you. That is more apt. So yeah, so in the end, the meaning, if it fits, then it will be, and if it doesn't, then it will not be.
Okay.
Okay, so the second way of doing this is that you say this is your mubtada. This is your MBK muqaddam. So we are going neck and neck with the first one. But because you have azabun azimun as a mubtada, muakhar common, so only the arrangement is changed. What happens is that they take mubtada MBK muqaddam and mubtada muakhar because it is fitting into the template of a normal jumla ismiya sentence.
Yes.
Right?
So no exclusivity, no nothing, no speciality, nothing, isn't it?
No.
Yeah,
even
yeah,
in the
yeah,
first
yeah.
one, you don't have exclusivity.
No exclusivity, yeah. Okay. Perfect.
So
yes,
this is your
yes.
jumla ismiya, and then we make it into the khabar for this mubtada, and the result is still the same.
The same,
a
yeah.
normal jumla ismiya. Did you get what we did here?
Can you just repeat the second part? What you've done?
Sure. You have
how does it distinguish from the two? Yeah, second
exactly.
one. Yeah.
No problem at all. So here it is that you take mubtada because the first ulaika, of course, ismi ishara will always be mubtada. Then lahum, the same way as we did before.
MBK
both are MBK muqaddams. So here we are going similarly the same way.
Yeah.
Now what happens is that when they find that we ascertain that this is an ism, it is in rafa, but it is not giving information, it is still the topic. So it becomes a mubtada.
Right.
And this is a mubtada muakhar because it is coming after MBK. And it is common.
Yeah. Correct. Yeah. Okay.
So remember the normal templates we did first? It is also becoming that.
Yeah.
So that's why you can do it this way too, that you parenthesis this part, make it a whole jumla ismiya. Then you say this is fi mahalli khabar rafa because it is a sentence. It will be a fi mahalli rafa khabar of
Ulaika.
And ulaika and the khabar together will form a
jumla ismiya. Yeah, makes sense.
Makes sense, yes. And whatever the way we label it, there is no exclusivity. It's a normal.
Yeah,
perfect.
because
Perfect.
The meaning
common,
won't
right?
change. The meaning won't change.
But the scenario would change if the mubtada was proper here, right? In the end. So
of
then
course,
the exclusivity would come. Yeah.
Exactly. Then either way you do it, it would have been exclusive.
Exclusive, yeah.
Also make an example with jumla ismiya within jumla ismiya.
Yes.
Yeah, we can say that.
Yes. What we did with the jumla ismiya before, we had a khabar, jumla failure as a khabar.
Right.
Now here you see that even a jumla ismiya can be a khabar.
Khabar, correct. And the second mubtada, is it mawsuf sifa or they are just mubtadas?
Yes. Yes, they are mawsuf sifa.
They are mawsuf sifa, right? Yeah.
Yes. Okay. The whole fragment. That's why I did this.
Right.
So the link is there.
Yes. Thank you.
Okay. No problem at all.
Jazakallah khair. Crystal clear.
Thank you for mentioning this over here. Okay. Let's go on to our next topic. Ihtimam and tawqeed. Now, apart from exclusivity, which we did, we said there are only two templates for exclusivity. Now, all the rest will either be normal or special. So now that you can, it will be more possible not to get confused because now we know the two templates for exclusivity. So in here, taqdeem and ta'khir can also create special meanings of ihtimam. Ihtimam means giving importance to something, highlighting something, showing interest in something within an ayah. So in a way, a special meaning. And tawqeed means emphasis. And tawqeed is a very big topic in Quran, and there are many ways of having tawqeed. One of them is this, a rearrangement of the sentences. But usually the tawqeed that we have studied till now, it comes in the form of inna and anna, because they are indeed and in fact and that. So those meanings create emphasis in the ayah without any rearrangement as well. So let's see the templates. Over here you have Wallahu ala kulli shay'in qadirun. And Allah is completely capable over every single thing. So what happened here is, let's analyze the sentence. What is Wallahu?
Mubtada.
Yes. So your mubtada is proper and it is coming first. So this is normal till now. What is coming after it?
Ala kulli jar
Harful jar. So it will be MBK. Huh?
MBK. And what will we call this MBK?
Muqaddam.
Yes. Because it is coming before its usual spot.
Yeah. So it is mudaf and mudaf ilayh also, na? Kulla and shay. Yeah.
Yes. Okay, and this is
Khabar.
And khabar is more common as well. Right?
Yeah.
So over here, note that although there is rearrangement of the parts of the Jumla Ismiya, you don't get exclusivity. Why?
Because khabar is coming after the jar majroor.
And your mubtada is proper and in the beginning. The only thing happened was that mubtada khabar came after and MBK came before.
Yeah.
Other than that, nothing out of the ordinary happened.
Yeah. Mubtada was in its place. Yeah. Okay.
And it was proper in its place.
Yes. Yes. Right.
Right? So here, your exclusivity conditions are not being met. Your mubtada is not muakhar and proper. Right? And you don't have a common mubtada having more than one MBKs before it. Right. So both the conditions are not over here. So that's why this is not exclusive. Yes, but there is a little rearrangement, and this rearrangement is creating a special meaning of completely. Everybody get this?
So what is the giveaway for this special arrangement, the rearrangement?
That your khabar should have been in the middle and MBK should have been last. But so here your MBK is coming before khabar. Look, the normal template we did was mubtada proper, khabar common, and MBK. Over here, what happened? This and this changed places.
Yeah.
So although it's not creating exclusivity, it is still apart from normal.
Okay. But just because they've switched places.
Yes.
Okay.
It gives special meaning in the ayah.
Yes. Like the proper khabar gave special meaning in the ayah. So does this rearrangement give a special meaning in the ayah.
Okay.
Sister, now after we do all this, can tomorrow can you manage to get ayahs which are like, depicting all these different categories?
Yes, actually what we were thinking
because
about
that would be even more clearer then. I understood the concept now, but
of
then
course,
to apply it in when we are getting a new sentence, I don't know how it's going to be. That's why.
Inshallah. But the thing is that tomorrow actually we were scheduled to do Surah Munafiqun.
Okay, so even if you put in the group, it would be fine.
Yes,
I think
we can discuss in the group.
Yeah, that should be fine.
I didn't find the time because these notes weren't complete yesterday. So it took me a long time to get all the notes complete. I couldn't try to find the different examples of exclusivity and ihtimam and tawqeed. So that's why I couldn't add those ayahs in the notes. But inshallah, I have to do it. So I'll share it in the group as well as a separate document, inshallah. And we can discuss it in the group, inshallah, then.
Yeah, that will be nice for our practice also.
Of course, of course. And this needs a lot of practice.
Yeah, definitely.
So far we have that when we have a mutalik bil khabar muqaddam and a mubtada proper, that's exclusivity.
Yes.
And 2 MBKs muqaddam plus mubtada common, that's exclusivity.
Yes.
Then, and the special meaning, you just explained that a mubtada proper plus MBK and then khabar common, because of the rearrangement, there is special meaning of completely or something.
Yes.
When you talked about the normal jumla ismiyas, the mubtada has to be proper in all the categories.
Yes.
Right? And the khabar has to be common in all the categories, right?
For a normal meaning, yes.
And the mutalik bil khabar, we already know.
Yes.
And when we have 1 MBK plus mubtada common, it would be normal too. Yes. So for normal meaning, common khabars, right? When the khabar is proper, what does that give?
Just a special meaning. And that what is that meaning, which will be decided by the ayah, the context.
Okay. Because we haven't put khabar proper in any category so far.
Yes, we haven't.
Okay, jazakallah.
Well, yeah. So everybody understood this?
Yes.
Yeah, alhamdulillah.
Okay. So our special meaning, our abnormal sentence structure, exclusivity, normalness, it has ended. So any question in this?
No, jazakallah khair.
You can add one thing here. Sure. You can add one thing here, that khabar proper also adds special meaning to the sentence.
And the khabar would be after mubtada or anyhow.
Yes.
Means the displacement
even
of any kind of word gives a special meaning, right?
Yes, even if it is M proper, khabar proper, MBK. Even if the arrangement is normal, but you have a proper khabar, then you will have a special meaning.
Even if the MBK is before the khabar, right?
Yes. Even if, and that we did here, right? Your M was proper. Then you had your MBK. Then you had your khabar common.
That's normal.
No, that is special. And if you have your proper, then you have your MBK, then you have your khabar proper. That is also special.
Okay.
Sister, can I ask a question?
Sure.
In our textbook, page 64, we like bullet 5.5, he has in daily sentences. So there are possessive sentences.
Yes.
In this, yeah. So how we can, like, the example is Laha Shirbun, she has. So could you explain this a bit, please?
Yes.
Like when we use he has and there is.
Yes, we just have this small topic, and then you the possessive and the emphasis, and then you have the possessive sentences. We are coming to it.
Oh, okay. Okay, sorry.
We will, no problem at all. We will do all the sentences, inshallah.
Oh, okay, okay.
Okay, so everything, ihtimam and tawqeed. Although I should have just made it ihtimam here because we didn't do tawqeed yet. But ihtimam is here. So this understood how a special meaning can be created?
Yes, ihtimam basically has 3 templates now.
Yes, in a way you can have 3 templates for it, yes. So can you, anybody making notes, please can you share these in the group so I can add it to the main notes then?
Inshallah, definitely.
Jazakallah khair. Okay.
Sorry, sister, before you move on, I don't understand how that is a special sentence. I'm sorry to drag you back.
No problem at all. This one?
Yes, this last one.
Okay. What we discussed was that in the beginning, you have, sorry, just a second. Yeah. In the beginning, we did that if a mubtada is coming first, it is a proper mubtada. Then a khabar coming, that is common. This is the normal position of a khabar, common. And then your MBK. This is completely normal, basic jumla ismiya. Okay?
Yeah.
Now, if you have mubtada proper, because if it's coming first, it has to be proper, right? So this is normal. But you have khabar proper. And then you have MBK. So something changed from the common template. Your khabar became proper.
Proper, yes.
So then you have a special meaning, jumla ismiya.
Oh, okay.
If you have a mubtada proper, but then you have MBK with a khabar common, even this is special because it is different from the normal. Anything different from the normal will be special.
Okay.
Then if you have proper MBK with khabar proper, still you have a special jumla ismiya. So just imagine this, you have to keep in mind the normal template.
Okay.
Anything different from it will be special or exclusive.
Okay. Okay. So for this example now?
For this example, those examples we will be, I will be doing them later and I will provide them later. I couldn't do them right now.
Okay.
So just remember the templates, inshallah. And then as you also read personally Quran, try to find them. And inshallah, I will provide you with a list.
Okay, sure. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay. Can you do in Surah Naba? Inna lil muttaqina mafaza. Yes. Inna lil muttaqina mafaza. Okay. Let's do this. I'll write it here. Inna lil muttaqina mafaza. What is this?
Harf of nasab.
Where is its ism?
Mafaza. Mafaza.
So what will we call this?
Mubtada.
Mubtada. Muakhar.
What is this?
This is harf of jar and is mubtada. Yeah, MBK.
MBK.
Ism majroor. It is in the jar status. Yeah.
So this is MBK.
Muqaddam.
Is this a special category, an exclusive category, or a normal?
Normal. MBK plus normal. Yeah.
Yeah, there's no
right.
Cover, yeah.
Yeah.
Is common.
Because the mubtada muakhar is
common.
And you only have one
MBK. Yeah.
So this will be common. This will be a normal jumla.
Ismiya.
So this is normal because there's only one muta'alliq bil
Yes.
khabar and the mubtada is
Yes.
common, right?
Yes. Okay. Everybody understood this example?
Yeah.
Yes.
Actually, I have a thing to say about this example. Because in the class, Ustad translated it as special meaning. So actually, myself and Fahmida had this confusion, and we asked Ustad through the email, and he said basically this is a balagha thing that usually because the mubtada is supposed to be proper, but it is common, so there is still a special meaning in it.
Okay. And also because of inna.
Yeah.
Inna is a harf of emphasis as well.
Yes, right.
So you will have that meaning in it here. So because being special is not being exclusive. But yes, it is a departure from the normal one. So here, and I've mentioned this later on, that because of the inna, there is emphasis as well. Right? If I say Allahu, let me just, can I erase this example?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. If I had said, just simply said, Lil Muttaqina, Mafazun. Right? This would be MBK Muqaddam.
And mubtada muakhar.
So this is normal, right? Everybody agree with this?
Yes, understood.
Isn't mubtada supposed to be proper if it's normal?
If it's here, if it's in the first, as a first, then it would be proper. But if it is coming later, then it has to be common to be normal.
Okay.
What if mubtada, if when it's muqaddam, if it is common? It is, does it come under a special meaning? Or
yes, there is some templates with that, but we haven't done those.
Oh, okay.
There are those in the Quran as well. Much to my surprise, I was hit with one a while back, and I thought that no, it's just khabar, but it turned out to be mubtada. Anyways, there are certain conditions to those. Inshallah, we will study. So for now, just keep this in mind, that if mubtada is coming in at first, it will always be proper for now. Okay? Don't quote me when we study that topic, please. So for now, if the mubtada is coming first, it will be proper. And if it is coming later on, it has to be common to be normal.
Okay.
If it is coming later on and it is proper, then you're looking at exclusivity. My sentiments exactly.
Is that mubtada or khabar that you're talking about now?
Mubtada.
I have here in my notes that in that example, inna lil muttaqina mafazan. Ustad said that there is a CA structure only because of flip of order. Then there is a special meaning.
Then why did he say it's a normal jumla ismiya? I think in the book it said it's normal as well. But here, to my understanding, of course, Ustad knows more. It's because the added inna
Okay.
Made it more emphasis in that sense.
Oh, okay.
Sister, we can say inna ma'al used also normal like here.
Let's do this. Let's do that example then. Inna ma'al usri yusran. Inna has the ism here. So you have the mubtada muakhar common.
Special mudaf.
This is special mudaf mudaf ilayh. So this is your MBK.
MBK.
Muqaddam. So here the arrangement is normal, but because of the inna, the meaning will be special emphasis. So who gave the inna lil muttaqina mafazan example? Fatma, was that you? Or
yes, I am.
Yes. Could you email Ustad and ask him this point and share it with the group when he replies?
Actually,
You can ask him that the emphasis, because if it's only from the arrangement, then we were told that mubtada MBK muqaddam with the mubtada muakhar common, it's a normal template. And if there is special meaning, then why are we calling it normal? And is the emphasis or special meaning coming from inna or not?
Actually, I sent an email to Ustad and he replied with a voice note. I can share that voice note with the group.
Yes, please. Can you share it now?
Yeah, I can share in the WhatsApp group.
Okay, sure. You can share it in the WhatsApp group. So basically, what did he say? If you can tell it so that it gets recorded with
basically,
this.
he said that grammatically, yeah, there is no emphasis because mubtada is common. But rhetorically, there is an emphasis. It is, I think, a term in Balagha called at-tarif wa tankir. And he said that you were expecting something common, but they went out of their way and said
to
it was
make
proper.
It proper. Yes.
Yeah.
Understood.
Inna lil muttaqina mafazan, what made it proper?
No, it didn't make it proper. Even in inna lil muttaqina, it's not writing here.
What did he explain? I didn't understand what he said.
We haven't done that as yet, so I don't know if it's inna lil muttaqina mafazan. So he's saying that the arrangement in both of these is not actually causing the special meaning because the arrangement is normal. But the reason for the special meaning apart from inna is that the basic form of mubtada is proper, right?
Okay.
Right.
But over here, by bringing the mubtada at the end, it is being made what?
Common.
He made a proper thing common. So there has to be a reason behind that, right?
Right.
So that's why the special meaning is not because of the rearrangement. It's because of another reason. So the arrangement is normal. It's just the fact that in mubtada you always expect it to be proper, but in this arrangement it is being taken as a commonism, and that departure from a normal thing gives it a little more special meaning than if it would have come as a proper.
But there are many times when the mubtada is common. So in those cases,
you will have a special meaning, but not because of the arrangement. Not because of taqdeem and ta'khir.
I have shared the voice note in the dream study group.
Thank you. Jazakallahu khair. So, as we said in the beginning, let me show you. Wait, let me go. Oh, okay. Yes. Do you see this?
Yeah.
So, taqdeem and ta'khir is only one tool. Sure, Hajar, no problem at all. Jazakallah khair for attending. So, one tool for special other than normal meanings. There are other tools. Two. Okay?
Yes.
We haven't done those. So, based on just the arrangement, it will be normal. And then the more tools we learn, the more we can add to them. Is that okay?
Okay, alhamdulillah.
Okay, alhamdulillah. It's just getting used to a form of sentence that we haven't done before. That's the only difficulty in this. Okay. Now, because we were dealing with a common ism and a harf of jar fragment, there is another thing that a harf of jar fragment does, and that is that if there is a common ism, right? Followed by the HOJ fragment, it can act as the sifa of the common ism if it makes sense. Okay?
Yes.
And
the
this can be anywhere in the Quran.
The common ism becomes mawsuf.
Yes. So this arrangement, that if you see a common ism, there are three conditions. One is common ism, followed by a harf of jar fragment. And number three, it makes sense. Then we will take all of this and make it an MS fragment. Okay?
Yes.
Let's see how to see whether if you have a common ism and a harf of jar fragment, how to see whether it's a fragment or it is a sentence. So let's see that. Okay. So here you have, what do you have? This is a ism. Why? Because of the tanween. And because of the tanween, it is common. So your first condition is that your ism is common. Number two, second condition is that min al ustazi, min is what? Harf of jar. Al ustazi?
Ism majroor.
Ism majroor. So harf of jar with its ism majroor, what are they making?
Jar majroor.
HOJ fragment. Right? So your second condition is that after an ism in nakra type, that harf of jar fragment is coming after it. Now let's translate it. Darsun, a lesson. Minal ustazi, from ustaz. So does this harf of jar, if we make it a sifa, make sense with the mawsuf?
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah, lesson from Ustaz. Yeah.
Yes, because it can be any lesson, but the lesson we are talking about is from Ustaz. So basically, Minal Ustazi is describing the lesson. So number 3, it makes sense. So because all 3 conditions are met, we call it a
Mawsuf Sifa segment.
yes.
So is there a possibility for such fragments to come in Jumla Ismiya?
Yes.
Okay.
But we have to decide whether in Jumla Ismiya they are Mawsuf Sifa or they are Khabar, MBK or Mubtada.
Right.
How can we know that? Is it because if the first word is ism and it's common?
Yes. We will see in the later examples. There we have 2 more examples to see how it will work. Here you have number 1. The conditions are being met. Sorry. I don't know what's happening. It's not. Okay. Your first condition is that you have a nakira ism. Right? That is coming first. This is the first condition. And an HOJ fragment is following it. Okay?
Yes.
This is your second condition. And third condition is that it makes sense as a mawsuf sifa.
Yeah.
So now you can say that this is a fragment. It is not a jumla ismiya. Everybody clear on this?
Yes, yes.
Yes, alhamdulillah.
Okay, so remember those 3 conditions. If you see a nakira ism being followed by an HOJ fragment, and while translating, you see that it does make sense for us translating the HOJ fragment as a sifa, then we will consider it as a mawsuf sifa fragment. It will not be a sentence. This part everybody has understood?
Yes, alhamdulillah.
Yes.
Yes, alhamdulillah.
It looks easy now, but let's see when it comes.
Inshallah, inshallah. Okay, now here is another case. So I'm not going to tell anything. You are going to solve this. Okay, what is this?
HOJ.
And this?
Majroor. MBK Muqaddam.
This is coming before. Before what?
Before the
Before ism.
We are not going to, we are not deciding whether fragment or jumla yet.
Yeah,
Just
ism
look at the
nakira.
words.
Okay.
Okay?
Ism nakir.
Yes. So your first
Mustan
condition was that you had an ism
is a lesson.
nakira
Yeah,
first.
followed
by harf of jar.
Followed by HOJ fragment.
So in this case, it won't be because
it's a sentence. It makes
exactly because this and this both are not being followed.
Yeah.
So this becomes your MBK muqaddam.
And there'll be an is also here, right? Minal Ustazi.
Yes.
Yeah.
MBK muqaddam, and this will be your mubtada muakhar. Common. So
From
it
the
will be
Ustad
a
is a
normal.
lesson.
Yes, a normal jumla ismiya. Let's go down. So it will be a normal jumla ismiya. So as we have studied before, a common mubtada will always be after a MBK muqaddam.
And then the translation for this one would be a lesson
from.
And there is a lesson from Ustaz.
Yes.
Is.
We will add there.
Yeah.
There is a lesson from Ustaz.
Yes.
Yeah. There will be. It will be a sentence here.
Why do we add there?
Why we use there?
Yes. Good question. That is because of the English
Normal
language.
parlance. Yeah. English.
If I tell you a lesson is from Ustaz, do I speak that way usually?
No.
It sounds off.
Yeah.
So to make the translation smooth, we add there.
Okay. Jazakallah.
Oh, yeah. This is a running translation. It is not a literal translation. Okay?
It will be from the Ustaz is a lesson.
Okay, let's see another example. Okay, just a second. There it is. Okay. Third case. Now
it's
remember
a proper
the
ism.
Ism nakira, yes. Remember the three.
Yeah. So it's proper. So it won't. Yeah. It won't be.
Here will not apply only.
And then it makes sense.
Okay.
So you have what first?
It should be nakira, but it's marifa.
Proper. It's improper.
Yes. So the first condition is being cancelled. So then, of course, it is not a mawsuf
fragment.
What will it be?
It's a sentence.
Proper sentence.
Because the ism proper is coming first. It is rafa.
It's
and it is the topic.
Yeah.
It is the mubtada. And minal ustadi is your HOJ.
MBK.
MBK. So this is a normal.
And this will be, MBK, yeah.
Exactly. Normal jumla.
Ismiya.
Ismiya. Let's see the verdict.
It would be the lesson is from Ustad.
Yes. This is the lesson is from Ustad.
What?
Sorry?
What did you say in the translation?
The lesson is from Ustad.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yep.
Everybody clear about how can an HOJ fragment be a sifa and the conditions involved?
Yes. Clear.
Yes, alhamdulillah. Jazakallah.
Why, yeah. Okay, here emphasis, we've already done that. Inna, right? Because of the inna, there is emphasis. And now we know that because of the proper and common usage of mubtada, there is also special meaning emphasis with that as well. But we haven't done it yet, so we won't be doing it right now. Okay? So, Inna Allah Sami'un Alim. I could have said, and Allah, not I, actually, Allah could have said, Allahu. Exactly. And that would have been grammatically completely correct. But his adding inna has brought about emphasis. Okay?
Inna means certainly, right?
Yes. Indeed. Certainly. Without a doubt. And this is a simple jumla.
So can we say whenever inna is used, it's for emphasis?
Yes.
Okay.
I think Ustad said it's called like Zalalat to Shak, something like that.
Yes, without a doubt.
Right.
Clear to this point?
Yeah. Yes.
Yes.
Okay, now comes the possessive sentences. Now with possessive sentences, you have one thing to keep in mind, that we are discussing possessiveness. There can be exclusivity and the exclusivity cannot be there as well. Both options are possible. Our emphasis is not exclusivity here or any special meaning. Our emphasis is on the possessiveness. Is that clear?
Yes.
So they can be normal sentences, they can be exclusive sentences, they can be having special meaning sentences, they can be anything. But our emphasis is on the possessiveness.
Possessive.
He has sentences. Right?
Yeah.
So possessive sentences are simple and normal sentences. They can be he has sentences and they are only in Jumla Ismiya. Okay?
Yes.
And when they come in Jumla Ismiya, when this template comes in Jumla Ismiya, they form possession. They give the meaning of possession.
Possess.
And the template is Mubtada MBK Muqaddam, Mubtada Muakhar.
And the Mubtada is proper or common?
Both.
Okay. Can be common or proper?
Yes. That's why I didn't specify here.
Oh,
but
okay.
You can write it yourself, common or
I
proper.
already wrote it. Jazakallah.
Why? Yeah. Let's see how that happens, okay? Okay. Now your basic template, leave everything behind. What we've done till now. This is completely different topic. The only thing you need to remember is that Mubtada is muakhar, the first thing. This is the first condition of possessive sentences. It can be common or proper, no worries. And this mubtada muakhar is the thing being possessed. Thing being possessed or owned. Right?
Yeah.
And the first template of these type of sentences is that your MBK is made up of lam, harf of jar, and ism majroor. And this lam, harf of jar, and ism majroor show the owner. So you have two things to understand. One is that your, I should have done it the other way because MBK is coming first. So first is MBK, and MBK will be lam and its isme majroor, and they will show the owner. Then you have mubtada muakhar. It can be common or proper both, and it shows the thing owned. Everybody got this point?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Alhamdulillah.
No.
Okay, let's do it again. No problem at all. Here, in possessive sentences, right, that show ownership, or possession, you have two templates. This is the first template. That is, your MBK is coming first. Okay? First is MBK is coming first. The second is that it is lam harf of jar. This will only work with lam.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
And with the ones with inda is another thing, right?
Yes, those are possessive sentences too, but we'll get to them then. And the third thing about this is that it is showing the owner. Okay. This harf of jar is showing the
Owner.
owner. Then you have mubtada muakhar. It can be common or proper, and it shows the thing being owned. Let's see this in example. So these are the 6, let's make it 6 conditions of this possessive sentence. You have laha. What is laha?
So, jar majroor.
Yes.
MBK.
What type of HOJ fragment is this?
Sorry?
What type of HOJ fragment is this?
It shows the possession, I think.
Yes,
Lam.
but lam.
Lam, yeah.
Our second
Harf of jar,
condition
right?
was that lam harf of jar should be present.
Yeah. Yeah.
This will not work with another harf of jar.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
And the third is it is pointing towards the owner. Laha, for her. She has the right. She has. Okay?
Yeah.
So the owner is she has. For her. Right?
Okay.
Okay, let's go to the next word in the sentence. Shirbon. What is shirbon?
Mubtada.
It's ism and mubtada. This is nakira.
Yes. Number 2. Is
Common.
it common or proper?
Common.
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 And shirbon. What
thing
is
owned.
for her? What is the thing that is being possessed?
Drink. Right
Drink.
to drink.
Drink.
Yeah. Sure.
So the thing owned is being shown. So when all of these conditions are met, you have a
Possession sentence.
Possessive sentence. Everybody got this point? till now?
Yes. Yes.
Till we've done this?
I have a question.
Sister? Yes.
Can I ask?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, so I just want to know, so for this sentence which we had done earlier, lahu mulku samawati wal ard, this will also show the possession?
Yes.
Ownership?
Yes.
Okay, so we can translate it as he has, right?
Yes.
Okay, Jazakallah.
I have a question. What if
Yes.
it was laha al-shirbu?
Then
How would
it's
you
not a
translate that?
possession.
Yes. Common or proper, it can be both.
Okay, okay, fine.
We are going to do that.
Okay, sure.
Okay. Till this point, everybody got?
Yes.
Yes, yes, alhamdulillah.
And this lam, the lam that we are using specially, it is called lamul milkiya, the lam of possession. That is why the possessive meaning is coming here, because of this lam.
So whenever there is this MBK muqaddam with lam as harf of jar, it's always possessive sentence?
Yes.
Okay.
So sister, this was, I think this is perfectly justify us taking us the earlier on we did the ayah, ulaika lahum azabun azim. So it justified that we took the lahum azabun azim as a separate sentence.
Exactly. Excellent.
Perfect.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Shall I clear this? Everybody has noted this down?
Yes.
Yes,
Okay. So here you have a normal jumla ismiya as mubtada is common and also a possession sentence. So here you have a normal jumla ismiya which is also a possession sentence. Okay? This point everybody got?
Yes,
yes,
perfect.
Alhamdulillah.
Yes.
Alhamdulillah. Okay. Then we move on to this one. Now this is the answer to your question about whether it would, what would happen if the mubtada was proper. So here again, we will see all the conditions. Lahu is what? MBK. Yes, muqaddam.
Jar majroor.
Number 2 is lam, jar, harf of jar, plus majroor. I apologize for my horrendous writing. Number 3, what was our third point about this? It is
Common or proper.
Showing
the owner point.
Yes. Lahu, for him, he has, he, that he is the owner. Okay? Now let's go to the next part. Mulku is your ism in Rafa. And this is light and nual. It is a mudaf. So is it proper or common mudaf?
Proper.
It will be proper because it is mudaf ilayhi. Yeah.
Yes. So because it is mudaf, we cannot decide the type yet. We will have to look at its mudaf ilayhi. What is the mudaf ilayhi here?
It is jar. Yeah.
Mudaf ilayhi is proper.
So because this is al, that's why this is proper.
There's a ma'tuf.
Yeah. So you have mubtada, muakhar. Number 2, it is proper.
And it is a
number
thing
3,
possessed.
it is exactly
Showing the thing possessed.
Showing
thing being owned.
Yes. Possessed or owned. Now here, what is happening is that you have exclusivity because of the proper mubtada and possession because of the lam of possession. So now the meaning will show two things. Exclusively for him is the kingdom of the heavens and the earth. This is the literal translation. Right?
Mm-hmm.
But because this is a possession sentence, we have the lam of possession. How will we translate it to get a better understanding?
Only he has.
Exactly. Only he has. He exclusively has.
Hmm.
Both ways are correct. The kingdom of the heavens and the earth. So you have two concepts going here. One is exclusivity. And the second is
Possession.
Possession. Is this understood?
It's perfect.
Any questions? Should I repeat it again?
No, Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah.
I'm okay, Alhamdulillah.
Okay.
Yeah, Alhamdulillah, clear.
Okay. So this was our first template with the lam of milkiya, of ownership.
Sorry,
of the
sister.
possessive sentences.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yes.
I'm sorry. Sorry. Didn't we say in the start that in possession sentences, whether the mubtada is common or proper, we won't take it as an exclusivity. You know, we will take it as a normal. Yeah, it is on the left hand side when it says common or proper. The things owned. No, on the same page where you were. Yeah.
Here.
Yes, on the left side it says mubtada muakhar, common or proper, the thing owned. So what does it mean? It means that we are, even the mubtada is common or proper, and if it has had with the lahu or lahum sentences, we will take it as a normal thingy, no exclusivity.
That's why we did both types of sentences.
Okay.
Just a second. Here, when you have a common mubtada, like we did this.
Yep. Yeah.
And because of the laha, you have the possession.
Possession, yeah. Perfect, yeah.
So it is a normal jumla ismiya.
Okay.
And a possession sentence.
All right, yeah.
Yes?
Yep, perfect, yep.
Okay. Let's move on to the next.
Okay. Yeah.
Sorry. I don't know why this is turning blue. Anyways. Okay, here you have the possession thing going on because of the lam, right?
Yeah, that's perfect, yeah.
But here, the mubtada is muakhar.
And proper, yeah.
So now here, this is not normal.
All right, yeah, okay. All right.
Here it is exclusivity. So now you have possession going on and exclusivity going on.
Perfect.
Together.
Perfect, yeah. Yeah.
Because MBK is following the proper,
yes.
Yes.
What we learned before.
That's lovely. Yes. Perfect. I think clear. Crystal clear, yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah. So this is only the first template. Now, we are out of time actually. So if you want, we can have one session on Saturday for Surah Munafiqun. And tomorrow we continue with this and I give you the Quranic example practices.
Yeah, that should be great. Yeah.
Is that okay with everybody?
Yeah. Okay. Saturday at which time? At 10:30, the same time?
The same time, yes, in the morning.
Okay. Inshallah.
So then we can just go through Surah Munafiqun. Otherwise, I don't think so that you need a session for Surah Munafiqun because I've seen Ustad do it and he's done it in so much detail that I think we need more practice in this. So let's, tomorrow we'll continue with this. And inshallah, tomorrow we'll decide whether to do Surah Munafiqun or not.
Also,
I would like to do Surah Munafiqun.
Okay. We'll inshallah put in a vote and then we'll see. Okay?
Okay.
Because I really don't want to take the weekend in the session, but if many people want to do Surah Munafiqun, then we can. Okay?
Also, it's not possible, Sister Asfia, to complete all 6 ayahs in one class.
That too. Too.
Yes, ayah 5 and 6 are so huge and there are so many new concepts.
So many concepts, yes.
Yeah,
exactly. I have started, yes. I think Sister Amreen or some who was the one that shared the notes in the group.
Yeah,
can you
Amreen
share
Sabah,
it?
I think.
Yes, yes. It is in the group, inshallah. I'll resend it in the group then. So inshallah, you can have that as reference. But because I thought I'd be able to do Surah Munafiqun and...
I've not seen Ayah 2, but somebody, I don't know.
Oh, okay. I'm actually still on Ayah 1. So I'm far
behind. Yeah.
But inshallah, hopefully, my Ayah 1 will complete today. And then I'll start the second Ayah. And I'll post the first Ayah, inshallah, in the group. So you have many notes out there. Sister Masir, I think Masiras, if I'm getting her name correctly. She has a very good presentation of the Surah Munafiqun ayahs. That is also in the group. So these 2 notes you already have. So you can have a self-study in that. Any concept within that is not clear, you can ask in the group, or we can do it in a session of question and answers. But I really don't think that I can do anything to explain further as much as Ustaz had already done. So even then, inshallah, we'll decide tomorrow whether to have the extra session or not. But inshallah, can make possession sentence in the also can make a possession sentence. So inshallah, we'll continue with that tomorrow, and by tomorrow I hopefully can gather as many Quranic examples for this.
Jazakallah, sister.
Let me just end the recording first. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك نشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت نستغفرك ونتوب إليك وآخر دعوانا أن الحمد لله رب العالمين. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
Jazakallah, sister.
Sister,
Sister, Assalamu alaikum, sister, just one quick question. It's out of context, so I waited until the